All right, welcome back. So, this is new armor from the previous monster that we just hunted, and now we are ready to talk with Nata. Well, actually, before we do that,
Yep.
one thing I didn't check is the weapon.
What are we making today?
I should have got a new weapon. Yeah. Ooh. Should probably hunt for that. I kind of like how that looks. Do that later.
Done already?
You got a story to continue. Hey, what's up,
Thank
Nata?
you for coming. I'm grateful.
So last time we saw
The egg we
Arkveld,
found,
yeah,
the one we
he's about
thought
to
might
mention
be
it.
from Arkveld, looks like we were right. I went around talking to people to gather what info I could. Scraps from its feeding, bits of eggshell. There's still not very much to go on, but
Is this like
it
authentic?
found a way to live. These creatures, their will to survive. Amazing.
Yeah, especially if it found a way to overcome its nature as a guardian. So, what's troubling you?
Well, people at other base camps were saying the state it's leaving its prey in isn't normal. Duna and New Udra both showed signs of being attacked. And what was left was awful.
I wonder if that means it's unable to control its appetite. Like the one we saw at the Dragon Torch.
I don't know. That's why I asked for Eric's help. I thought we should hear what he has to say together.
You know, isn't that Naga's like super important?
Interesting. I had heard talk of that egg as well, so I'm just as excited as you. But this isn't all good news. The fact that it's run roughshod over 2 apex predators troubles me as well.
This sort of sounds like the frenzy to me. Eric, what do you think?
Too difficult to say, but in Arkveld's case specifically, it may not be due to infection. For instance, Nata, are you familiar with the concept of bioconcentration?
No, I'm not.
Right, then I'll explain. This is still just a theory, but it's been on my mind as of late. The frenzy caused an uncontrolled spike in the Dragon Torch's energy output before, right? But it may have been more than just bad weather that caused those apex predators to rampage. Our analysis showed that the virus caused a subtle mutation in the energy the Dragon Torch produced. That means the wyvern milk itself may have come to contain tiny traces of the virus's characteristics.
I'm starting to see where this is heading. Then the mutated energy started flowing out.
Exactly. It gradually tainted the water supply, animals, plants, insects, and onto monsters. If it traveled up the food chain, growing more concentrated at every step, its eventual destination would be the dominant predator of each region. That may be why that Duna and other monsters exhibited such aggression. A sort of pseudo-frenzy.
And then, at the very end of the chain, Arkveld comes and siphons those monsters' energy.
And in so doing, it may be assimilating their traits, essentially distilling the frenzy virus.
And after it finally found the strength to live again. Poor thing.
But from the reports we've heard, it sounds as if we're only dealing with one affected individual.
I believe so. And there's been no reports of Rey Dao being attacked yet. This is our chance.
I do like the Arkveld like armor.
We should talk to Nata before heading out.
What is
I was planning to.
I want to say he's weak to, yeah, dragon, which I think is his weapon. Hold on. I should probably. Dragon. No, I have a dragon sword. Yeah. Okay, I already got it. Like picked up. Let's go.
You're going, aren't you? To the Wind's Gasp, to Raydao.
Yes. There's a good chance Arkveld will turn up there.
Could I? I'd like to come with you, please.
You heard Eric's theory. You know it's too dangerous, Nata.
I'm still just an apprentice hunter. I know. I can't do anything yet. But I'm also a keeper. So, please. It found its way to life. Let me at least watch over it. And over you.
The answer is no. I don't need someone who's just going to watch. But, given how far you've come, I feel you're capable now of more than that. Don't be a passive observer. Use your head and think for yourself. Promise you'll do that, and you can come.
I will. I promise. Thank you. Okay. I'm ready to leave anytime.
You got anything good? Not really. Come on. Yes. Okay. Just to make sure we're good. Can we just do it here? Where's the grill? Yeah, just do it here. Cause yeah, this is about the custom mill. I never like put a favorite down. That. Yeah, we do that. Go ahead and watch this one. Like, why I look weird? Because we was in the thing. All right, let's finish this out.
Okay. I'm ready to leave and... Right. Let's go.
If I remember, Arkveld wasn't actually that bad. This one might be worse because, you know, he's affected by the frenzy. So I imagine he's going to hit harder. But I think we'll be good. Honestly, this armor like has like no negative stats. So it's like...
I'm glad you could join us, Nata.
So am I.
Have you been looking into Arkveld this whole time? Ever since that egg?
I asked around while we were traveling, or while I was helping out at base camp. Whenever you were out in the field, I was trying to piece things together on my own. Sorry.
Don't be. I understand the feeling well. Whatever the undertaking, it all starts from curiosity.
I'm certainly the same way. And this investigation all started from the data you collected, Nata. Quite the achievement.
She's right. It's impressive.
Oh, if you say so. Thanks. Did Arkveld do this too?
Not sure, but it doesn't show any signs of being fed on. That rules out Radau.
This looks like the result of one single devastating blow. Let's proceed with caution. The weather's picking up. We should hurry.
Right. The sand tide is gonna put Radau in an agitated state. If it's gonna strike, it'll strike then.
It's kind of cool to see.
Doesn't look like it was dinner either. More like the result of an uncontrollable impulse.
It's down 2 of them.
Radau sighted.
Yeah, he's agitated.
This feeling, it's like back then.
Yeah.
It's true.
A reversion to the origin species.
It really did find a way to live.
Eric's worst fears were right.
For its own sake. We can't leave it like this. The path we must take is clear.
Nata.
You sure?
If I were a hunter, it's what I would do.
All right. Alma!
Right! The target is an aberrant Arkveld. The guild authorizes the hunt.
Understood. Well, then let's get to it.
I don't want to, no. Really?
tackle this beast. Whoa.
Man, this is insane.
What's our next move?
almost there. Like he's close.
Target sighted. Still confronting me.
Oh,
I'm glad you're safe. It really did seem as fierce as a frenzied monster.
No question. I'm also sure its ability to absorb elements is what let it shed its guardian nature. It's a shame that unique strength became its fatal weakness.
A harsh irony. Well, we should be going. Nata's waiting for us.
Right.
did good, buddy, but I was better. Don't do that. Come on, OBS. Huh. I thought we would have got more from that. CPU is kind of like an overload right now.
That was unfortunate.
It's okay. Because I know how strong Arkfeld is. There are others like it that found a way to return to what they truly were. One day, they'll find their place and become a part of this world again.
I'm sure they will. Life is a lot more resilient than we humans know.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Well, let's get to it then.
Huh?
You want to know, right? Let's start investigating.
Yeah, let's go! You in? Of course I'm in.
Yeah, me too. Let's go!
Alright. What lies ahead? That's a lot. That's a lot. Damn. Went up 13 levels. I think we just beat the game, like officially. Okay.
Let's take a quick break!
Yep, so let's do a quick review. This is my favorite Monster Hunter, period. We could just sit right here and talk about it. So one of my favorite things about this is the story is decent. It's obviously not the best story like you ever heard, but it does well for what's happening in the story. Not only that, but it flows kind of a lot more natural compared to like previous titles. Because I know in Rise you went quest after quest after quest. This doesn't seem like it was quest after quest. Like it was quest after quest, but it was like within the world. You didn't have to like go eat a meal and then you know, prepare as much compared to previous games. I also feel like this was a lot easier, but it makes sense due to who our character is. But anyway, overall I get about an 8 out of 10. As for in the game, obviously what's after, I probably won't be recording any of that. Maybe it's like some certain monsters I might come back to and record, maybe especially once it starts to slow down. But right now I see no point in me, you know, recording videos. I'm mostly hunt on my downtime, but other than that, you know, we're good. So yeah, where we go, see.
Well, what can I do for you?
Gemma.
Anything catch your eye?
We should have.
Sugar.
So this is the only thing you get from. What about this? Yeah, this is pretty basic. This is the armor Olivia has. And then we have the arc veil, which we already kind of know about. Ah. Is this different? Okay, so this is arc veil. You know? Also, I'm gonna change the armor set up a bit, but is it different from like the Guardian? Not really. I didn't see a difference. Yeah, it's the same. It's some small differences actually. Listen, I'm gonna mess with this off camera. Anyway, so next up, I believe is the first Berserker, Kazan. I'm gonna figure out how to say it by the time I hit the first episode. But yeah, so I'm gonna probably try out the demo first, and then if I really like it, I'm gonna play it. But from what I've heard, it's pretty much a Souls-like, and I'm all about Souls-likes. So yeah, so I'll see you guys over there. But anyway, it's time to end this chapter of Monster Hunter. We will be back for more, but for now, we're done. So as always, if you like what you see, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is Dragneel, signing off.